Okay. How are we? Let me hope everyone is. I hope everyone is good. You people, Merry Christmas. I see most of us we are not even here. We have gone for Christmas. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. How are we? Let me hope everyone is good. Uh, how is your day? How was your Christmas day? Eh? People have enjoyed. People didn't invite us, but it's fine. Regardless, we move. I'm very humbled that I'm your trainer today. Madam Harriet told me. Madam Harriet told me that, how, Sam? For me, the whole week you won't see me. She told me, for me, the whole week you will not see me here. This is the only time I have for my family back in the village. And I was like, okay, it's really true. You got to go and enjoy with your family. Imagine a full year working and you are not seeing your family or meeting them back in the village. You can go and enjoy. And even you enjoy the dollars. You enjoy the dollars you have been making with them. Please, when you go in the village, take some things, buy fridge, you buy solar panels, you buy these water tanks. Yeah, it is too cheap for you. A water tank, I think, is $300 or $200. You take it in the village. By the time you leave, when they have installed everything, these guys will be very happy for you. Anyway, how are we? Let me hope everyone is good. Happy New Year. The year is ending next week on Monday. Christmas is done. We are saying goodbye to 2023, the first year of the 3-year bull run time or period. Last year was a bearish market. This year started the bull run market. So you know what's up? We're enjoying. So friends, thank you so much for attending. Carissa is saying, Daniel is saying, as I promised you, he promised me that when he's back in Kampala, he's going to buy me a 20 liters, liters of soda with the different types. Fanta, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and all of them. Then he gives me a very long straw. My brother will run. You people should get serious. Promise me USDT, not sodas. Anyway, so today we are going to have a very important topic. I won't teach very complicated things. I know people still have hangovers. Yesterday they were celebrating. Yesterday they were enjoying. Their stomach is full. They are very full. Others drank a lot yesterday. I told you, don't drink and drive. Yeah, yesterday is a very dangerous time. People drink and then they drive. That's very dangerous. Don't do it. So please, this holiday, always stay in the back seat of your car. Anyway, today we are going to look at the trade settings. Whenever Royal Q upgrades their system, sometimes they change their trade settings. They add some new things. Those are things we're going to be looking at today. Otherwise, let me hope you're enjoying the market. The market is good. The market's really giving good money. People are enjoying the market. People are really, really enjoying the market, me inclusive. Okay. People are in celebrations, but money is flowing on their accounts. Is that amazing? Okay. So today we are going to look at Royal Q trade settings and what they mean. Because many people don't understand these settings. I wish if everybody knew, everyone would set their robot according to the coin and the market trend. So that you avoid in being in being generalized. Like you are using the same trade settings on every coin. If you knew how these settings mean, you would adjust your settings accordingly. You could look at a coin, you adjust your settings. James is saying volume. Is my volume low? Maybe James, increase your volume of your phone. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Is that Geno? Please tell me if it's Geno and my microphone is down. You can tell me. Is my mic down? Someone write for me a message here. James is saying volume. Is it the same to all of you? So Mr. James, please increase your volume on your phone. I think it's your only problem. Now let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Let me share my screen here. Okay. I think everyone can see my screen right now. My screen is clear, right? So this is RoyalQ Robots. My robot is very secure. I advise everyone, put a fingerprint in your RoyalQ app. These days, people steal phones, and some of these guys, the thieves are crypto knowledgeable. They can sweep your accounts. Do you know what sweeping means? Someone can sweep your account. So please put security for your application. So that whenever you open it, you have to first put in a fingerprint. This will protect your account so well. Now let's go. So now, today we are going to look at, someone will ask me how to do that. Let me first guide you, chap. Go to security center, go to mine, then security center. Down there is a word biometrics and PIN. If your phone doesn't have a fingerprint, use a PIN. If your phone has a fingerprint, iPhones are the best at this. They use facial, most of them facial recognition. Their facial is very fast. It is, this board, mostly for us who are building things, even everyone, by the everyone, because you might have someone steals your phone, they sweep your account, they disturb your trades, even your Binance, do the same. Be secure, you get it? And when I say secure, please don't be reckless. I can't imagine how can someone forget their password of an application which has their money. People don't forget passwords of their uploads, which keep their nudes, but they forget a password of an application which keeps their money. How can we call that? So you people, let's get serious. Don't forget your password. When you put a PIN, don't forget it. Because whenever you forget, RoyalQ will start asking you questions, security questions. And for me, I know if someone has forgotten their password, they can't remember the security questions. So let me start with this as an exclaimer. Please, when you are doing this business, go to your diary, write down your passwords. Or take a screenshot of your password, send it to your soul on your email. Even if you lose a phone, you get a new one. You just search for that email and check the picture. How can you forget your password? A password. That's why for me, a new person, I usually tell them, write a simple password. Write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as your password. How is it important to write a very strong password as if you're keeping a nuclear in your application? Your password has every symbolism, a star, a comma, a full stop, a hash, a star, a what, capital letters, small letters, and numbers. Very strong password. 2 days, you forget it. For what? Put 1, 2, 3. Let's go to our topic. Today we are going to learn about the trade settings. Okay? But we are going to learn them direct from our coin. Today, my best coin is Solana. It has given me money for the past 2 days. This coin is Bay. Look at the coin. Hey, man, you people, we have been missing a lot of money in Solana. From the beginning of this month, Solana has been giving money. Are you seeing Solana? From the beginning of this month, it has been paying us money. Money after money after money after money. Solana is good. So when you open a coin like this, the first thing you see is the trade view. Not trade view application, trade view of a coin you have opened. Many people don't understand this. A trade view, a trade view, this is where you see the movement of a coin from. This is where you see it from. So people have been in our classes of trading classes. You can understand what these candles mean. Okay, and Reiki had selected some few signal indicators, rather some indicators like the MA, the Bollinger Band, the volume spread analysis, the MACD, the KDJ, and the RSI. Those are there are only 6. Okay, then you tap create. Create, that means now you are proceeding to create a robot for this coin. After that, you tap on Martingale strategy bot. We have two robots on this. The first one is Martingale robot. The second one is Grid. Most of us are trading Martingale, not Grid. Hope I'm clear. Most of us are trading Martingale robot, not Grid. So you tap Martingale, tap create. Now, when you tap create, the robot brings 2 options. The first one is saying, choose a circle owner to sync your strategy, automatic sync strategy. This kind of trading, in trading, they call it copy trading. So Reiki named it circle. Not cycle. These are 2 things. There is circle trading, where you are syncing someone's strategy. I am saying there is a guy called here BlackRock, for example. These are the coins this guy is trading on Binance. So when I sync his strategy, he will ask me, what is your first buying amount? I can say 20. He asked me number of pieces, number of strategies. Strategies means the number of coin. Okay? The number of coin you want to trade. According to your capital, you can say, for example, 2. If you proceed, you are going to start trading using this guy's settings. Whenever he changes the settings, yours change too. But I want you to know this. You're going to share profits with him 20%. Remember, the robot is taking 20%. Even this guy is taking 20%, that means you're remaining with 60%. You must be knowing that. When I joined this business, by that time it was only 2%. Was it 2%? Yeah. But today these guys are taking 20%. You are following their strategy. So that is the first option. Here, when we are going to trade, with the moment you tap create martingale strategy board, that's what you see there. Then the next one is when you are creating your own strategy, not following someone's strategy. No. So when you reach here, this is the interface of the coin with some of the options and all that. So you tap trade settings. Now, when you tap trade settings, okay, these are the things we are going to learn today. There is smart create, there is manually create. Smart create, these are default settings for the robots. The robot was designed with its default settings, which need at least $3,500 per coin. That's why in one of my trainings, I usually told the people that RoyalQ was designed for the rich people because its default settings are not for the poor. Imagine it has 90 coins and each coin has a budget of default settings for $3,500. How much money is that? Times 90. 3,500 times 90, how much is it? Calculate 3,500 times 90 coins. That's a budget of $315,000. My fellow Ugandans, let's do the mathematics. That's 1.17 billion shillings. Hey. So some people take this robot for granted. They think it's just an application, the normal one. My dear, this thing is too big. This application is a big deal. 1.1 billion shillings. If you have a friend who can afford that money, let him put the default settings. And by the default settings, make crazy money if you didn't know. Default settings make crazy money. Imagine you are trading 90 coins. If you think about it, you can never be in floating loss. Because even the coin which you've been floating loss, you won't know it. You'll be busy making money every day. Let's go to the topic. So avoid the manual, the smart create. Avoid it. Tap manually create. Now, on the manually create, here you are designing settings according to your parameters, according to your understanding and your budget. Okay, let's go. Fast buying. Okay, let's start with my templates. There is a word saying choose a strategy setting. When you tap choose a strategy setting, we are going to find your own settings. So usually people who are trading and they designed their settings, they just tap them and these settings inject themselves. That's what we call my templates. My templates, it's like whenever I'm trading, I don't need to come back and do these edits all the time. I only need to do them once and I will just usually come here and I tap them and they inject themselves. That's not our topic today. Our topic is understanding these trade settings. Look here. The first buying amount. What is the first buying amount? The first buying amount is the overall of the business. What does that mean? The amount of money you put here as the first buying amount will be the money the robot will use whenever it buys during margin calls. We will understand this later on. Then there is a button, open position doubled. Open position doubled. What does open position doubled? When you tap this button, any amount you had put for the robot to use, the robot will double it. For example, the first buying amount is 30. If that button is switched on, the robot will use $60 for buying. If your first buying amount is 100, the robot will use 200. So it will double the money. Even in the margin calls, if your first margin calls, you are told the robot to only use $15, now it will use that. Hope that is understood. So please always keep it off unless it's a planned move. Then AI margin call. What is AI margin call? Well, never ever switch on this button, because if you do, the robot will use its default settings. Even if you have designed your settings and you have saved them, the moment you switch on the AI margin call, the robot will start following its default settings for $3,500 and above, with only 7 margin calls. And with the robot will be doubling the money it buys whenever the market goes down. If the first buying amount was 15, the second buy the robot will do, it will use 30. The third buy the robot will do, it will use 60. The fourth robot, the robot will buy. The fourth buy the robot will do, it will use 120. It will keep on doubling the money. Those are the default settings. So always switch off this button. Tokkiriza pesa okubeera on. Era whenever you are trading and you see this button on, switch it off. I'm talking about AI margin call. Then, number of margin calls. Number of margin calls. The number of margin calls means what? How many times do you want your robot to buy deep the market? How many? Remember I told you when we are trading, the number of buys is important. Now let me start drawing. The number of buys are important. Look here. If we are buying Solana, USDT, that's our trade, and it's at $114 at the moment. This Solana will even come back to $90. It's possible. Nothing can't happen in the crypto space. You have to be prepared. So when we are trading, we use what we call margin calls. So if the market is coming from 114 to $90, the robot will keep buying this coin in what we call margin calls. So the question is, between 114 and 90, how many buys do you want there? That's what we call the margin calls. So the robot is asking you, how many number of buys do you want me to do? This number of buys can be as many as 1,000 buys. So, your wallet talks. If you don't have money, of course, you buy a few times. If you have, you buy as many times as you can afford. Have you understood that? So these buys are depending on your amount of capital. You cannot be trading with only $10 and you put 40 margin calls. How does it happen? So the robot will be using how much on every buy? Huh? Okay, so let's proceed. We are going to the next icon. Next icon is saying hold position take profit ratio. What is hold position take profit ratio? Hold position take profit ratio means that, let me explain the hold position take profit ratio category. This is the hold position take profit ratio. When the robot is buying, when the robot is buying margin calls, let me change the color. We are trading Solana. So this was the first margin call, the second, third, the fourth, the fifth. Let's assume we have 10 margin calls. So the first 4 buys, these are what we call position. So the first 4 margin calls the robot buys, it named them call position. So the percentage you put there at the whole position take profit ratio, for example, you had put 2%, the robot will sell all these 4 buys at 2%. Am I clear? So, hope that is understandable now. Then, call position take profit, callback. What's a callback? Let me explain a callback. What is the callback? When we tell our robot that you sell at 2%, we tell our robot to sell at 2%. So we are trading Solana. So the market moves from $90, goes to $100, and this is our 2% level. If the robot hits the 2% level, it will not sell right away. It will wait for the market to move, to keep moving up. You never know, it can sell even at 5%. Let's assume this is the 5%. So if the market reaches 5%, the robot must. Now, if the market starts coming back down, the robot will calculate that call back and take a profit. So here, if you had put, for example, 0.3%, the robot will calculate, okay? So the robot will calculate, for example, let's go to our robot here. Call position take profit callback is 0.01. So what will the robot do? It will count the 0 point here. It will count 0.01% and then sell. So I advise, don't put a very big callback. Or callback percentage. Please mute yourself. Our newcomer, mute yourself in the Zoom. So always take a very small take profit callback. Cram it. Always give it 0.01. Because the bigger you miss the chances of selling. If you tell your robot that the callback is 2%, if the target was 2% and the market kept on going up 5%, the robot will count the callback as 2%. That means it will sell at 3% instead of 5%. So you have missed an opportunity of 2%. I think I'm communicating. So please, your callback must be very small. Okay, let's go. Now, margin configuration. Now, margin configuration is where the business is. This is where the business is. On the margin configuration. On the margin configuration, this is where the business is. On the margin configuration, we have 2 things. We have the margin call drop and the multiple buying ratio. What are the margin call drops? The robot is asking, you told me to buy 40 margin calls, but please give me parameters on according when should I buy? And you tell the robot that on the first call, buy it when the market drops 0.5. On the second, 0.5. On the third, 0.5. On the 11th, 1%. So whatever you put there, the robot will keep on counting. Let me draw this for you. Let me draw this for you. Look here. If this is our Solana, I need the sharp thing, but so this is our Sol. We bought it here at $90. Then the market starts dropping. So this was our first call, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. We said that calls are buys. So if the market dropped to 89, the robot bought. 87, the robot bought. 86, the robot bought. 85, the robot bought. 82, the robot bought. So these are the buys. But the question is, when should I buy? You can tell it that on the first buy at 0.5%. So if the market drops from 90 and it drops at 0.5%, this is the price, $90. And it drops at 0.5%, the robot will buy the first buy, which we call them calls. First call, the margin call. The second, I can even tell it buy it at 2% and it will do, 3% and it will do, 5% and it do. So the robot will be following your orders. How should it keep buying these margin calls? So you must make sure that all your margin calls, the drop covers at least the leastest. I think the right English is the least. The least percentage should be 30%. All your margin calls, when you calculate the drop percentages, is equivalent to 30%, all over them. That will be a fair game for you. Then the multiple buying ratio. What are the ratios? These are the times you want the robot to buy. If your first buying amount was $50 and you put one time, the robot will buy with $50 on the first call. The second call. So you can even change these things. You can tell your robot that on the 50th call, please buy 5 times. So it will buy 5 times the first buying amount. The answer you get is the amount of money to put there. Then after editing, we tap confirm. Now let's go to buying callback. What's a buying callback? Buying callback is the percentage. Okay, let me draw it. Let me explain it by drawing. We are buying Solana. So we bought our first call. Now we are going in the second call. The second call was, for example, we told our robot to buy at 1%, and this is the line of 1%. So if the line of 1% hits, the robot will not buy instantly. It will wait to see whether the market is still moving down. Let's assume now the market has hit 2%. So the market starts to go up. If the market starts to go up, what the robot does, it counts the buying callback you gave it. For example, if you had given it 0.5%, so it will count 0.5 here. If it hits, it will buy from there. So that means a callback means a delay in taking action because of an opportunity. It's like I have a worker, I tell him, go in town, buy sugar. Then he goes in town, he first waits for a shop which sells at a better price so that it can buy there. But in case that guy of that shop doesn't open the door, then the robot can buy from anyone at also a very good price. I mean your worker. I think the example I'm giving is relating. I try to paint pictures for better understanding. So a buying callback and a take profit callback, these are delays in taking action. Which action? The buy action or the sell action. So usually the buying callback, don't give it too big ratio. At least make it 0.2. My buying callback is 0.2, not 0.01. Okay. Now, distributed and take profit allocation. What is distributed and take profit allocation? These are the margin calls starting from the 50th margin call. Starting from the 50th margin call, the robot will be selling them independently. Let me draw it on a clear page. From first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So from the first margin call to the fourth, we said it is a whole. The robot buys them differently but sells them at once. So from 50th, 6th, 7th margin calls, the robot treats them independently. Sells them independently. It can sell the 50th margin call independently on a different price, 6th margin call independently or no, on a different price. That's why here they're asking you now, according to these margin calls, the 50th, the 6th, up to the infinity of the amount of margin calls you had put, when do you want me to sell them? You can say the 50th margin call, I want you to sell it at 2%. The 7th, sell it at 1.5, and the robot will follow your orders. My advice is the sub position take profit ratio, make it too small, make it 1.3. You can leave it on the default settings. That means the robot will buy and sell repeatedly. Then we have strategy period. Strategy periods are two. We have a cycle and one shot. Cycle means the coin is continuous. It will never go out. One shot means after selling the whole positions, the robot will stop buying that coin. That's what one shot means. So one shot usually is for people who, whenever you are trading signal, you use one shot. Cycle is when you had designed a trade setting for a certain coin and it trades repeatedly and continuous. Now we have more two options. We have the highest first price and the first position drop. What do they mean? If you're trading cycle, here's what happens. For example, I'm trading Sol. Sol started at 8, now it's at $115. This is how it has been going up. But in the process of going up, for example, it has been at 8, then it goes at $11. When it hit $11, then it came down to 9. So that's when you have floating loss here. Now, when you are trading cycle, from 8 to 11, the market is trending in bullish. So what the robot buys, whenever it sells the whole positions, it buys again at the current price. See, sometimes this keeps people in floating loss in case the coin they are trading is not on a bullish trending market. So these two settings, what do they help? So that you can tell your robot that please, when you buy Solana at 8 and it goes up at 11, after selling it, wait a bit to buy. Don't buy at current price. You can buy after it drops more 2%. So these are the two settings, and that's what they mean. Okay, that's what they mean. First position drop, this is the percentage you want the robot to drop. Highest first price, this is the price you want the robot to buy. For example, I can be trading Bitcoin, but after Bitcoin selling, I tell the robot, please wait to buy it again until it hits 40 again. Then after settling, I tap confirm. When you tap confirm, the robot brings you back to the interface of our coin. This is Solana USDT. That is the name with a marker of a word cycle. That means this trade is in cycle. Position amount means if you start trading this coin, the amount of money the robot has injected in is what it tells you from there. Position quantity, in bracket Solana, or in bracket that coin you're trading. These are the amount of coins you have gained after you trading them. Average price, it is the price the robot has bought this coin. Current price, is the amount of money the robot, this coin is on now. Number of margin call. These are the number of margin calls the robot has bought. Return rates. Of course, you know that. If you entered a trade and it goes down, it is in negative. It goes up, it goes in profits, in positive. There is a button of one shot. If you tap it here up at the coin, it will change the strategy at one shot. If you tap cycle, it will go back to cycle. So that's a call for action button. Then there is sell. You can sell manually this coin. You can buy manually. You can sell manually or you can buy manually. Then there is strategy mode. Strategy modes are 3. The first one is wall warehouse. Wall warehouse means the robot will sell all its buys at once. Even if you have 100 margin calls, the robot will keep buying, but it will sell them at once. This is the most profitable strategy, but it is for the patient and people with good cash who are trading many coins. Sabo being in real time. What does that mean? Sabo being in real time is when the robot buys and sells different margin calls independently, and it shows you the profits in real time. If I'm trading Solana and it sells the 50 margin call, the robot will show me the profits I've made. Sabo being, it buys and sells independently, but it will show you the profits at once when the whole coin has been sold. So my advice is trade Sabo being real-time settlement. It's the best option. Then here we have switch on margin call. That's a button for margin call. When you find it off, switch it on. When it's not responding, that means you don't have capital. AI margin call, I told you that button, avoid it. First preset buying price. This is when you are putting a signal and you put a price of that coin you want to buy from. Okay, now this is the summary of the trade setting. First buying amount, take profit ratio, margin call row, margin call margin call limit, earnings callback, and buying callback. We talked about this. So after that, you tap start and then you tap create. You will make money. You will make money. So those are the trade settings we are talking about. If you learn how those trade settings work, you're going to make crazy money. You're going to enjoy the business. It is going to pay you good money. You're going to enjoy your Christmas. Yeah. The chat is full. How do we calculate the percentage drop? How do you calculate the percentage drop? When you're designing, I think, let me read these messages when I'm sharing my screen. So, Daniel is asking in the chat. Okay, let's do. Daniel is asking, how do I calculate the drop? Simple. This is how I calculate the drop. Whenever we are designing drops, I told you at least it should be 30%. So you get 30 divided by the number of margin calls you have. If you have 20 margin calls, you put 20. The number you get, these are the call drops. So each margin call will have a call drop of 1.5. Rachel's asking, why is the buying callback not 0.01, but why is it 0.2, not 0.01? I want you to go to the robot. The robot gives you information about that. It says, when you tap on the information icon on buying callback, let's tap it and see what the robot is saying. The robot is saying, if the callback buy setting is too low, like 0.01, that is too low, the positioning will be frequently bought. So that means your robot will be buying a lot of margin calls frequently. If set too high, opportunities may be lost. Please set to the parameters according to risk, preference, and strategy. So if I tell my robot that buying callback is 0.01, that means it will be buying different margin calls whenever it hits them without delay. And when I set it too high, if I give it 1%, the robot will take long to buy, and I will miss opportunities of buying at the best price. So 0.02 is a fair game according to our market currently. Let me go to the chart. Why? See, I'm not seeing other messages. I don't know why. Maybe let me stop. Let me stop sharing. Hmm? Other messages have disappeared. No, I'm seeing them. Dr. James is asking. Okay, I started with Kalisa. Was like, and should secure email more and more. Yes, email for security. Please, let me repeat this again. For security, let's get serious on our passwords. The issue of password should end. Why should you forget your password? For sure, people don't forget your passwords. Hey, it is your password. Why forget it? Uh, Never forget your password. Dr. Jameson now, thanks, my mentor. You're welcome, bro. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And if they attend margin calls, what was the question, Pascal? You can even have 1,000 margin calls. Your capital matters. Kindly elaborate more on margin configuration. I think I did that. It was the most lengthy explanation. I need help on withdrawing to my mobile money. Hey, Dennis, come in WhatsApp group, ask someone to send you a video on how to withdraw directly from mobile money. How do you calculate the percentage withdraw? I explained that. Why is buying callback 0.2 not 0.1? I explained that. Please repeat from the first buy. Why do I repeat? Come on YouTube and you rewatch the video. Repeating you, it's like you're telling me to repeat the whole training, bro. No. How much capital do you need to fill 9,999 margin calls? Of course, a lot of capital. Or a lot. You just imagine. Just imagine if at least every margin call is buying with $15. Now multiply it by 999. My brother Royal Q, I'm saying Royal Q, come to YouTube. This video is live. Rewatch where you didn't understand. Just rewatch it. Because if I really go back, it will be upset. Because I'm going to be explaining the same stuff. Um, Thanks. I have understood margin configuration very well. You're welcome, brother. You are very, very welcome. Yes, you are very welcome, bro. And so, okay. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. Yes, we are live on YouTube, by the way. YouTube is good. You can just slide the back and watch the video. And just slide back and watch the video where you understand. My question was on whole position take profit ratio. About sell 1 to 4 margin call at once. Is it always from the 50 that it sells separately? Yes. From the 50th margin call up to infinity, up to 999 margin calls, it sells them independently because these are not holds. These are not all position. Okay. These are not whole. These are not whole position. I'm ready for questions, please. I'm ready for questions. I'm ready for questions, leaders. Okay. Thanks for the clear presentation. You're welcome. Pasco Olinga. Kyle Alexis is like, thanks, leader. How do I apply my set strategy to all my coins? That's a good question. That's a very good question. My brother is asking. I was setting here my PC so that I can see questions here as I share my screen. I've set it. How do I apply my set strategy to all my coins? I'm going to show you how that is done. Signal setting leader. Okay, Yusuf Lonak is asking, how do I do signal setting? Now, let me share my screen. In January on 2nd, we're going to start having a Luganda training on Zoom here. We will communicate the time. Abaana bannakalama baagala kulaba training mu lulimi lwabwe. We're going to be having it on Zoom here. Now let me explain. How do you apply all your coins to have your trade settings? First of all, when you are designing your settings, you must design them from mine, and then you tap my strategy settings. Your settings should be here. To avoid wasting time setting every coin whenever you are going to trade. Remember, people, I told you that our robot was designed to help us. Our robot was designed to help us save time in trading. You don't need to waste time in trading. That's why you bought them. So set your site, do your settings, keep them here. Okay? Keep them here. And you can even mark them. For example, here my setting is saying 1000 cycle, 500 cycle. So if I have my coins, I come here on strategy, I tap on this icon, which looks like settings. You see that setting icon? You tap it. No, sorry. You tap it. Then come on different coins. Okay? For example, the coins you are trading, come and tap Acro, for example. Come and tap BCH, for example. Come and touch Uni, for example. Tap the word batch setting. After, tap trade settings. After, tap manually create. After, tap choose a strategy setting. After, tap your settings you want. In most cases, the first buying amount won't change, so change it manually. It was 25. Then scroll down and save. So all your coins will use the same settings. That is strategy number one. The second, you search coin per coin. For example, Sol. You tap it, tap confirm, tap create, material board, create, next, trade settings. You tap the yellow button, then you tap on your settings, they inject themselves, then edit the first buying amount, and then scroll down and save, and then start the trade. Then you look out for another coin. You do the same. Now you search for WLD. You look for WLD. You know, these are my best coins, right? I'm trading Zyco for me. You tap trade settings. You tap choose a strategy. You tap on your settings. You edit the first buying amount. You scroll down and save. Then you confirm. You start the trade. You can do that like that. So all these coins will have the same settings, but make sure these are calculated settings. Don't have $100 and your settings are for 100, but you are trading 5 coins. Come on.
I'm asking. Sorry, it's me, Umi Daraham. So
I need the chat for me. Come and write, my dear. It will save us time. Yes, in the chat, put the questions there. Someone is asking, if I'm new and I don't have people, how much capital do I need to make $100? Sina bantu nze bakuleeta. Royal is asking. I don't think this is the robot, Royuk is asking, if I'm new and I don't have capital, no. If I'm new and I don't have people, how much capital do I need to make $100 a day? My dear, let me give you two strategies. If you want to make $100 a day, first of all, have $10,000 as your capital. Better no mutwaro gwa dollar. Kubanga, with $100, you make $3,000 a month. That is 30%. It is easy to make 30% with the 10K. Second, learn the trading analysis or the market analysis. Even with the little capital, you can make serious profits. But that means you will be on your phone, reading the candles, reading the market, and all that. You get my point? So that's what it means. My brother Royal Q, Umi, have you wrote your question? I'm waiting for your question in the chat. So if you need $100 and you don't want to build a team, have good capital. You can make that money. Have 10K USD. Zesene maker. I think that is like 38 M. 38 million shillings. You can be able to make good money. Omidiram, where are you? I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing your question. Okay, you come and ask it live. I just wanted first finish up the questions in the chat before I accept anyone to ask live. You can come on, put your microphone on and then ask. Are you there? Sol price has dropped a lot today. I'm told it's because of BTC retracing. How long does this retracing usually last? Oh, come on, Pasco. Pasco is taking me to trading analysis, which I'm not good at. But that happens. No coin moves all the time up. All coins go up. Whenever you see a coin go up, expect it to come down. That's why we have margin calls. So if you're trading Sol and you didn't have margin calls, you are doomed. You have to wait for it to come back on that price. Or you get the point? So please, what we are doing is this. Whenever you are trading a coin and it goes up, expect it to come down. That's why we have margin calls. So Solana coming down, that was obvious. It has been going up for a long period. Now it had to come back and retrace. Then eventually it will go up again. I'm seeing another question. So the margin calls will set themselves So the margin calls will set themselves automatically since you have already set the strategy. What's that? Nothing sets themselves, my dear. Nothing. Everything is set manually. So we don't set nothing is set automatically. Let me take you to the robot. Unless you use the smart create. Smart create means everything is set for you. But this coin will need $3,500 plus. Casino settings, those are the default. These are default settings which were designed for you. Rick is asking, how do you set for the margin calls? Like the way I've taught you. You want for the margin calls, how much is your capital? That's the question. Please, you people, today's training is not about margin calls. I was teaching you about trade settings, but let me teach you just simple strategy. This is the formula. How many margin calls should I have for my coin? This is the formula. I want you to be very attentive. If I have $500, divide it by the number of margin calls you want. For example, you want 40. That means every buy, the robot will use $12, 12.5. You get it? You cannot have $100 and then you put 40 margin calls. It is impossible. Because every buy, the robot will use 2.5, and yet Binance starts from $10. So margin calls are determined by the number of the number of margin calls are determined by your amount of capital. Second, how do I get the drop? I told you that the drop must be at least, the least should be 30%. So get 30 divided by the number of margin calls you have. For example, 40 margin calls. That means every drop will use 0.75%. That is the margin call drop. 0.75%. From the first, you do this manually, like you sit down and do these things. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 0.7, up to the 40th margin call. Then the times one times one times one times, because they are buying one times the first buying amount. How do we get the first buying amount? Get your amount of capital, divide it by the number of margin calls. The answer you get is the first buying amount. So for the times is always 1. A quick one, boss. Kindly tell me how best can one benefit from the bull run? Any strategy one needs to have? First of all, have good capital. The bull run capital matters. Have good capital, build a team of traders. The first strategy is have good capital. Look for money, you people. You look for money. If you're a lady, you can detooth someone. If you're a gentleman, you can sell something. Get money. Yeah? I'm joking. The second strategy, build a team. Build a team, you people. Build a team. When you build a team, money will come in. You get the point? I was landing on Leader Julius's posts, and I downloaded this statement for Royal Q. Look at the money. On 24th, Sunday, the gentleman made $800. Those are 3 million shillings in a day, because his team is trading. On Christmas, he made $226. That's almost 800,000 Ugandan shillings. On the Christmas day, he's busy celebrating the family. So one of the strategy is build a team. Another one, another strategy, hold some coins. Hold some coins. When you hold some coins, you're going to make crazy money. You look at Solana. People bought Solana when it was at $80 last year. Today, Solana is $100+. You get the point? There are very many coins which are going to make it. Shiba will make it, Solana will make it, Link will make it. There's a list of them. You can go and buy them. Even on your Binance, you can keep them there. All on Trust Wallet, you can buy and keep them there. I advise, don't eat your profits. The profits you make from Royal Q, you can either accumulate your capital or get some profits, go and hold some coins. Can buy your SHIB, keep it. People made crazy money in SHIB in the last bull run. You never know it can come back. You look at Solana. Let's check Solana here. It's coin of that day, by the way. Let's search for Solana. I'm going to even check it from here, not from anywhere else. Look at Solana. Look at Solana. Let's check from 1 week. Solana was at $8 in 2023 January. Right now, it's at $114. What does that mean? What do you think that is? When we go to the crypto bubble, the coins which have made it in a year, there are very many. For example, look at INJ. This coin has gone up 3,000% this year. Solana has gone up 950% this year. CFX has gone up 717% this year. So that means even if someone traded these coins in cycle from January up to date, they will be making money. And I believe, if these coins, even if you leave them in cycle up to the following year, you are going to keep on making money. Our problem is our people are very impatient. The moment they see these coins retracing a bit, they start panicking. I'm not making money. Rather look for capital and add margin calls. They are going to make money. INJ, look at it. For this year, it has made 3,000%. Solana 950%. You look at it. This is Solana. And Kavuge Kasembeze INJ one way on. These champions been here to each other. Can you imagine? Solana 950. Look at RNDR. 1,000%. 1,000% in a year. Look at CAS. 2,000%. So holding is good. And you know what's up? This year was not a very good bullish year. Not at all. But you wait next year and 2025. That's what we Muruganda rugero rugamba. Kati wantu bade tunaba mu ngalo tugenda ku kijjulo. 2024 kijjulo. These coins you are seeing here. Okay, what I was saying that we are washing hands, preparing for the meal. Now, next year is the meal. Next year is the meal, the real meal. And in 2025, that is the second phase of the meal. Then boom, 2026 bullish, bearish market again. So holding is also another way of making money. So whenever you make profits, go and buy some of the coin. By the way, a crypto trader, don't buy land. This year, don't buy land. Don't waste your money. But you people, get serious. Why are you rushing to buy a land 50 out of 10? You are buying 30 to 20. Wallahi, let me tell you, the money you are using to buy a small piece of land, 20 to 30, 50 to 50, you can buy Solana. In 2 years, you are going to go somewhere and buy 2 acres of land. That's what you call holding. Like you saying, sell Vivanja, how do we hold the coins? Please teach us. But that's not today's topic, you people. So how do you buy and hold a coin? Hey, same coin, same question. I need that crypto bubble. You can download it. It's called Crypto Bubble. The application is called Crypto Bubble. Crypto Bubbles. It shows you how coins are moving. The Crypto Bubble. Even if you check for a day, the coins which have moved today, it shows you there. So some people's strategy, what they do, they come and look for the worst performing. They go on there, or you can check those coins and they trade it. Like INJ, it's a -19. If you put that coin, it will give you money. No need of much analysis. Don't talk about middle. You put a coin, have margin calls, you can see. You're going to make money. I need that crypto bubble. You can download it. Please teach us how to hold these people. Everybody, know that we are out of time. How to hold. You can use, I think let's do that in our next training. Not today. In our next training, for the whole of this week, I'm the trainer. My co-trainer is in Christmas, as I told you. She told me, please, you won't see me every week. And I respected that. So that means I'm the trainer alone. So you are with me. No worry. Okay? We are still together. I'm going to teach you how to hold. The profits you make, you can hold some coins. You can buy coins. The easiest way, use Binance. Because when I tell you Trust Wallet, you are going to come one day and you tell me, I lost my password. And Trust Wallet has a passcode, not even a password. There, forget it. You have lost all your money, even if you have $1 billion shilling there. Binance, you can reset. Trust Wallet, Zero. So go to your trust wallet and buy. No, you're buying us. I won't teach you so much about trust wallet. I'm going to teach you about using Binance. You buy a coin, you keep it. You buy a coin, keep it. And when you buy a coin, don't keep it on spot wallet. Send it to funding wallet. After buying it, transfer it to funding wallet and switch off the funding wallet view. How do they call it? View what? Something. So that you don't view that money. Because one day you'll be there. Your girlfriend checked you, are crying, you need the cash, and then you look, boom. Your funding wallet has $5,000 and you withdrew it. Yet it would have been 50K by next year. So you switch off the view thing, so that you cannot see that money, how it grows. Otherwise, thank you so much, you people. Let's end our training here. Thank you so much for attending. I see a lot of people who have attended today. Thank you so much. When you are teaching people and they attend your class, I think that's the best feeling for any teacher. Betty, thank you so much for joining in. Brandon, Caroline, Crypto Shark, Dennis, Eddie, Eric, Noah, Pasco, Peter, Prince K, Rachel, Royal Q, Sally, Stephen, Urban, Violent, Yusuf. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a great night. Go and enjoy. Please visit us holding on Binance. Waiting. Not today, my dear. Tomorrow. Today we are very late. Not today, not today. You did come back to ask your question, Umidiram. But we are done. We are done with our training. You people, we are very late. Thank you so much. Let's go and enjoy. Today is a boxing day. I don't know. What do you do on boxing day? You are boxing people? What do you do? So you are going for wrestling or what? Oh, it's opening boxes for gifts. Which gifts? You people, you should tell me. Oh, Urban is saying gifts. Ali, thank you so much. Have a great time. See you at the top. Don't drink and drive. We still need you next year. We got